guys, with the name of God, Ram Ram. Today we are going to solve a very interesting D Shaw OA problem which was asked 5 days ago to freshers 24 grad for 38 lakh CTC. It is a very interesting problem and we are going to solve it today. This is a kind of unseen problem, okay? It is not a popular standard problem. So we will have to use our analytical skills to solve this problem. Also, the paragraphs written in this problem are very big and huge. But guys, before starting the session and everything, let me congratulate three students who have cracked 10 plus LPA this week only. So let's go through my LinkedIn post. Where are the students? Where are they? Number one, okay. Guys, congratulations to Nitin. Okay, he cracked Voxella. I think it is somewhere between what we say 12 to 16 LPA. So great job done for intern plus PPO Nitin. Congratulations emojis for Nitin, guys. Nitin is really a very nice student. He has practiced really hard for DSA and OA. So Nitin's turn is done. Now let's go to another student. Yes, Kaif Ahmad, very great student. He practiced DSA and OA a lot. Many times he was worrying a lot. Okay, you can see the above messages. My students keep on worrying, but finally they end up cracking good offer. Even Nitin was worrying. Okay, so he has cracked HFT for 14 LPA. That's very good. And the biggest selection of last week, it's none other than our student Animesh who has cracked BNY Mellon 28 LPA intern plus PPU. So congratulations to all of them. Great job done. Finally, congratulations to me as well for world rank 178 and all India rank 26 in today's lead code contest. Don't worry, we are going to solve those problems as well. So we have done the congratulations, guys. Now we can start the session. Yes, I know all the people who are attending my session are going to crack 10 plus LPA in the coming weeks and months. So let's start. So guys, always remember, you can see that this is such a big OA problem. Its name is subarray sums. You can see how many paragraphs are written, right? So always remember, if you want to become successful in life, you should always have faith in God and start everything with the name of God. Okay. Second thing is that for cracking OA, you need two skills. Okay. Skill number zero. We are programmers, so we'll start with point number zero. Point number zero is that you should be able to your English comprehension skill should be good, because there will be large paragraphs in your online assessment, and if you fear large paragraphs, you're not able to summarize it in the 2 to 3 lines, then you will not be able to solve the OA. Even if your coding skills are good, you will not be able to solve the OA. What happens in lead code and GFG? Obviously they are good platforms, but they are giving you the problem statement in 2 to 3 lines only, and the OA guys are giving you long story based problem, okay, word based problems. So it's very important that you are in practice of reading the big problems and you are able to convert them into 2 3 liner of lead code GFG. This is the point number zero, the first or the zeroth skill you need to have. What is the skill number one? Obviously you should be good at DSA and you should be able to solve hard unseen problems. That can only happen if you have practiced a lot of hard unseen problems and you have covered most of the tips, tricks and patterns. That's it, and there is no other answer to this, okay, apart from having faith in God. So guys, these two tricks and skills should be clear to everyone. Good, Sahil, good. Thank you guys for the emojis and everything. So guys, the question is very big, but now let's make the understanding of the question very clear. Okay, they are saying that we are given an array of size n. We are given an array of size n. We are given an array of size n. Okay, guys, we are given an array of size n. This is very simple, very basic. We are given array of size n. Okay, let me call that array as b. We are given this array of size n b. We have to divide our array into 4 continuous parts. Okay, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Then we have to calculate the value of g. What is g? G is part 1 minus part 2 plus part 3 minus part 4. You can see D Shaw is getting so naughty here. Like willfully they are making this expression hard and the question harder for you. See, already the paragraphs were very big. Even after reading all the paragraphs, this is the two-liner question and this is also hard. So they are not leaving any chance to confuse you, okay, so that you get nervous and you don't get 38 lakhs. But you are Kumar K student, so you should get 38 lakhs. Got it? So we are given an array B of size n. We have to divide the array into 4 continuous parts such that the value of part 1 minus part 2 plus part 3 minus part 4 is as maximum as possible. That's what D Shaw is telling us. Okay, Let's take an example, guys. Let's take an example. Let's take an example. Let's take an example. Let's take an example. Guys, is everyone ready for the example? Everyone start writing yes in the chat. Let's say my array is this: 5, 8, -5, -5, 10, 2, -8. This is my array, guys. This is my array, guys. What should be my part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4? Can anyone tell me? This the starting part, this I should take as part 1. I will call it as P1. This I should take as P2. This I should take as P3. See, I have to make up the continuous parts, but make sure the P1 and P4 should be starting with the start of the array, and it should be ending with the end of the array. So P4 should be this. What value we had to calculate? G equal to P1 minus P2 plus P3 minus P4. Now, if you, I hope you know 5th to 10th standard mathematics. If you rearrange the equation, G is nothing but what? G is nothing but what? G is P1 plus P3, P1 plus P3 minus P2 plus P4. Guys, everyone start writing this equation in the chat so that I know that all my students understood that G is nothing but P1 plus P3, means the sum of the first part plus the sum of the third part minus sum of the second part and the sum of the fourth part. That's it, guys. That's it. Everyone start writing G equal to P1 plus P3 minus the whole bracket P2 plus P4. Surjendu, I really love you, student. Don't worry, I will solve all your problems. I remember your messages. Animesh, you also start writing P1 plus P3 minus P2. Guys, everyone understood? React with emojis. React with emojis. Did everyone understood G equal to this? Emoji के साथ react करो. Okay, everyone understood. Great job. Chetan is a very good student. Great. So all of you understood this thing. The thing is that we have to divide the array into 4 continuous parts. But the what should happen? The sum of the first part plus third part minus the sum of the P2 plus P4 should be as maximum as possible, guys. What do we want? We want our G as maximum as possible. We want it as maximum as possible. So let's see what can we do. The example though we already took, na. Let me check. Where is our example? Example is this, right? 5, 8, -5, -5, 10, 2, -8. So let me write G equal to P1 plus P2 minus P3 plus P4. Guys, if you want to increase this quantity, what should you do? Use your greedy mind. If you want to make G bigger, what should you do? What should you do? Use common sense. You want to make this expression bigger. P1 plus P2, you should try to make it big, and P3 plus P4, you should try to make it small. Guys, do you all agree with me? Someone nicely write this law in the chat. I will give that student a shout out. How to maximize G? Write the answer in the chat. How to maximize G? Someone will have to write in the chat. And he will get the prize of shout out. That's it. Karandeep, you wrote, but I did not like it. अच्छे से लिखो. To increase the expression G, we need to. तरब ने क्या लिखा देखने दो. To maximize G, we should maximize P1 and P3 and minimize P2 and P4. Guys, emojis for Tarab. Tarab is the first girl, like the girl student she is, but she's the first student who gave the perfect answer. So Tarab will get all the emojis. Where is? Let me check. Acha, where is the Tarab's message? I am searching. To maximize G, we should maximize P1 and P3 and minimize P2 and P4. Great job, Tarab. Great job. इट इज कॉमन सेंस कि अगर आपको ये G बड़ा करना है तो आप इसको बड़ा करोगे और ये वाली क्वांटिटी को छोटा करोगे, क्योंकि सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हो ना आप, उसमें से कुछ माइनस कर रहे हो, तो जितना छोटा माइनस करोगे उतना अच्छा नहीं रहेगा. कॉमन सेंस नहीं है ये, आपको नहीं सिखाया था बचपन में. कॉमन सेंस इट इज. क्लियर गाइस? इफ यू वांट टू मेक G बिगर अकॉर्डिंग टू Tarab's law, and this will be remembered for generations and generations, that Tarab answer in this meeting, because this recording will be very famous in future, I know, because no one is training for OA. So guys, to maximize G, we should maximize P1 and P3 minimize P2 and P4. That's it. That's it. Okay. Cosmic NS. Okay. So we should maximize P1 and P3 and minimize P2 and P. There, you wrote it a little bit wrong. You should maximize P1 and P2. Okay. Anyways, बच गई तुम. You should maximize P1 and P2 and minimize P3 and P4. Got it? P3, P4 ko we have to make it small. We have to make it small. We have to make it small. Guys, everything till here is Tanishk, Yashaswa, you guys gave the best answer which I wanted. But obviously Tarab wrote it first, so I took her name. We have to maximize P1 plus P3. We have to... nahi, nahi, P1... Okay. Okay. I did a little bit of mistake. What is the formula? P1 plus P3 minus P2 plus P4. P1 plus P3 minus P2 plus P4. So I have to maximize P1 and P3. I have to maximize P1 and P3 and I have to minimize P2 and P4. Okay guys, this is my final formula. I assumed the indices wrong. This is the correct one. Okay. P1, P3 you try to make it big. P2, P4 you try to make it minimum. Everyone start writing yes so I can go ahead. This much understanding clear to everyone. This much understanding clear to all my lovely students. Hershey is also attending the session. Hope you don't have problem with timing this time, Hershey. Thank you, cross-minded ninja. Thank you. Okay, seems like we need to take care of our. Just a second, guys. Yeah, everything is all right now. So, guys, now what to do? What to do? Tell me. Use your common sense and tell me. We have to make P2 and P4 small. What does this mean? Always remember one more thing I did not say. What is that thing? Part are any part can be empty as well. Any part is allowed to be empty as well. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, you can make some of the parts empty as well. But collectively, they should cover the whole array. But collectively, they should cover the whole array. Okay? Collectively, they should cover the whole array. Now, let's use common sense. इसका मतलब क्या है? We have to find two non-intersecting subarrays whose sum is as minimum as possible. If you find them, then P1 and P3 is already fixed. So you don't need to check for it. Got it, guys? This is the most important thing of the whole session, that you want to minimize P2 and P4. P2, P4 are two parts of the array. So try to find two non-intersecting subarrays whose sum is as minimum as possible. If you find it, then P1, P3 by default you know ना. अगर आपने P2, P4 चूज कर लिया तो जो बचा कुचा है आजू बाजू में वही ना P1, P4 होगा. वही तो P2, P4 होगा. समझे बात को? So वही P1, P3 होगा. So the thing is that you have to find two non-intersecting subarrays whose sum is as minimum as possible. Yes, Panchul, you are correct. So Panchul is really an intelligent student. Okay, Panchul has become really intelligent. So now, guys, I want you people to use common sense. Okay, this is my array. Okay, 5 minus 8, 2, 3 minus 10, 4. Tell me, guys, what should be my... I have to find what? I have to find minimize P2 and P4. I have to find two non-intersecting subarrays P2 and P4. I have to find the two non-intersecting subarrays P2 and P4 whose sum is as minimum as possible. Tell me P2, P4 कौन सा लेना चाहिए? Tell me which two subarrays should I take as P2, P4 whose sum will be as minimum as possible. I have to take two subarrays whose sum will be as minimum as possible, and those subarrays should be non-intersecting, should not touch each other. Obviously, you will take this. This is such a negative number, na? P2 should be -8 and P4 should be -10. So what will be P2 plus P4? P2 plus P4 will be what? Use common sense, guys. Use common sense. Obviously, we are doing a little bit of mistake here. P2 you can pick up like this, but P4 mein there is a condition that the second subarray which you are picking up, na, it should include the last element as well, because this is the last part of the subarray, na. It is clearly written in the question that the first part of the subarray should guaranteed contain the first element, and the last part of the array should guaranteed contain the last element. I will write it out. P1 should for sure contain the first element of the array, or it should be empty. P4 should contain the last element of the array, or it should be empty. Got it, guys? Got it. So in this case, P2 there is no condition on P2. You can pick it up from anywhere you want. P1 P4 पे कंडीशन था, तो P2 मैंने यहाँ से उठा लिया नेगेटिव नंबर. मुझे ये कमी करना है P2 प्लस P4 को, तो P2 मैंने यहाँ से उठा लिया -8. P4 में मैं -10 उठा सकता था, बट वो रॉन्ग हो जाता, क्योंकि लास्ट पार्ट में जब भी मैं P4 उठा रहा हूँ तो लास्ट का एलिमेंट भी जबरदस्ती इंक्लूड करना पड़ता है, तो -10 प्लस 4 दोनों इंक्लूड करने पड़ेंगे. So -10 plus 4, how much it is, guys? -6, right? So what is -8 and -6? -14. So guys, in our case, G equal to P1 plus P3 minus P2 plus P4. What is P2 plus P4 in our case, guys? P2 plus P4 is nothing but what? -14. -14. So minus minus plus. So it is P1 plus P3 plus 14. Our problem is solved. And guys, do we need to find out P1, P3? Guys, do we need to find out P1, P3? Why don't we need to find out P1, P3? It is common sense. If you want 38 lakhs, tell me. क्यों ढूंढने की जरूरत नहीं है P1, P3 को? अरे जब ये आपका P2 है, ये आपका P4 है, तो जो बीच में है वही तो P1 P3 होगा ना, जो बचे थे. इसलिए बोल रहा हूं P1 P3 को ढूंढने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Once you find out P2 P4, you automatically know this is P1, the sum is 5, this is P3, the sum is 2 plus 3 5, so 5 plus 5 10. So 10 plus 14, 24 is the answer. Job is done, guys. Guys, did everyone understood this example? They start writing yes, because I don't want any confusion. Thank you, Adarsh. Guys, did everyone understood? Acha, guys, there are some rules which I want to tell you. You guys should not forget the rules. You have to divide the array into 4 parts, but there is a condition. Any of the parts can be empty, but the total covering should be all the elements of the array. Apart from that, the first part should guaranteed, like a job guarantee program, it should contain the first element, or else you are doing it wrong. And P4 should contain the last element, or else you are doing it wrong. कॉमन सेंस है ना भाई. आप ही देखो, ये आपका एरे है, आपको इसको 4 टुकड़ों में डिवाइड मारना है. ठीक है, ये आपका एरे है, तो जो पहला हिस्सा है वो उसमें पहला एलिमेंट तो आएगा ही आएगा ना. कॉमन सेंस नहीं है क्या? ये जो लास्ट का हिस्सा है उसमें लास्ट का एलिमेंट आएगा ही आएगा. तो the thing is that the first part will have to include the first element, and the last part will have to include the last element. The second and third part, there is no condition, you can pick up anything. Got it, guys? Got it. Now say there is a possible case where the first part does not include the first element. Which is that case? It is the case when you take the first part as empty. तुम first part को खाली रखते हो, लेते ही नहीं हो. समझ गए? There is a corner case. Let's discuss those corner cases. Let me take this corner case, guys. 1 to 1 1 to 1 mentoring, 1 to 1 minus 5. So in this case what they are doing, na, दे आर सेइंग दैट P1 इज एम्प्टी, मीन्स वो P1 को ले ही नहीं रहे, बोल रहे कि यहाँ पर मैं P1 को ले ही नहीं रहा, खाली रख दिया P1 को, बोल रहे P2 भी खाली, P2 भी खाली, and P3 they are saying the first three elements, this 1 plus 2 plus 1, which is coming as 4. P5, what is P5? What is P5? P5, sorry, P4. P4 is coming as minus 5. Guys, according to the formula, what will be the final answer? Can anyone tell me for this test case? For our test case, 1 to 1 mentoring minus 5. 1 to 1 minus 5. 1 to 1 minus 5. 1 to 1 minus 5. So the thing is that 1 to 1 minus 5, G is what? G is what? G is P1 plus P3, P1 plus P3 minus P2 plus P4. So guys, P1 in our case, P1 is 0, P2 is also 0, P3 is 4. So 4 minus 5. ये तो हमको पता ही था कि P2 P4 मिनिमम आना चाहिए, बराबर उठाया मिनिमम, तो माइनस माइनस प्लस हो जाता है ना, इसलिए मिनिमम डाल रहे हैं. क्लियर गाइज? सो गाइज, आर ऑल द टेस्ट केसेस? Yes, Harshi. Guys, are these things clear that we have to react with emojis? And start writing the points in the chat, guys. Which points do we have to consider? First point क्या होना चाहिए? We have to divide array into 4 parts. Second point, first part of the array should contain the first element and the last part of the array should contain the last element. Until and unless they are empty parts. Empty है तो आप पूरा ignore कर सकते हो. And some parts can be empty as well as required. Yes, Sahil wrote the first point, guys. Someone write the second point we need to take care of. First point is divide the array into 4 parts. First point is divide the array into 4 parts. Second point is, if you are considering the first part which is non-empty, then it should contain the first element, and if you are considering the last part which is non-empty, it should contain the last elements. There can be some parts which are totally empty, but the total mixture should cover the whole array. You cannot miss any element of the array. This was the whole description of the problem. And now the question is, we have to find the two non-intersecting subarray whose sum is as minimum as possible, and the second subarray should always contain the last element. We have to find two non-intersecting subarrays whose sum is as minimum as possible, and the second array should always contain the last element. Matlab second, guys, can anyone visualize and tell me how will the second how will our last array look? Can anyone visualize and tell me in the chat the structure of the what will be the structure of P4? You can use your mind and you will come to know. There are only very few possibilities of P4. What can be the structure of P4? Either you can pick up the element from index n to n, right? Either it can be this, either P4 can be this, or it can be the last element, this can be P4, or the P4 can be the last two elements, or the P4 can be the last three elements, or the P4 can be the last four elements. Got it? Those are the only possibilities. Either it can be n minus 1 to n, or it can be n minus 2 to n, like this, till in the worst case 1 to n. Guys, got it? There are only n possibilities. This is the second observation, that P4 can only look like this, or empty. लो ही मत, P4 को भूल जाओ भाई, भाड़ में जाए P4, और empty, that's it. और empty, लो ही मत P4 को, अगर आपको इतनी प्रॉब्लम है. If it is empty, then the answer will be 0 of the sum will be 0 of P4. Guys, is it clear? Yes, Nayan, I really love you. Guys, is it clear the structure of P4? Start reacting with emojis. Structure of P4 is clear. Structure of P4. P4 की सिर्फ एनी पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है, कोई ज्यादा पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है. या तो लास्ट का एक एलिमेंट उठाओ, या तो लास्ट के दो उठाओ, या तो तीन उठाओ, चार उठाओ, पांच उठाओ, 6, 7, 8 n तक. That's it. But guys, is this the yes, उठाओ ही नहीं इसका कर. Very good. Guys, बट इज व्हाट इज द कंडीशन फॉर P2? क्या P2 के लिए ऐसा कुछ है? नहीं, P2 तो कहीं भी बन सकता है. यस और नो गाइस? P2 हैज नो बाउंडेशन. P2 हैज नो बाउंडेशन. इट कैन इंक्रीज. स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ P4 तो क्लियर है, बट स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ P2 का ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Structure of P2 is like I to J, where I should be less than equal to J, and I can be from 1 to N, and J also can be from 1 to N, because P2 is a middle part of the array ना. ये कहीं से कहीं भी चालू हो सकता है. लास्ट वाले का पक्का था कि लास्ट इसमें इंक्लूड होना चाहिए, इसलिए ऐसे ऐसे पार्ट्स आ रहे हैं. Clear? So now what can we do? Guys, always remember in the sub array problems, what was my trick? Always analyze the condition or subarray at index I and fix something to index I. Guys, this is a very popular OA trick. I have taught it like for 100 200 hours in the past. Okay, and I know this thing, so that's why I'm saying. So what can we do? Let's take an index I. Find the P2 ending at index I, then find P4. Guy, do this for all I. Minimum of all of them will be your answer. Mean of, you are checking all possibilities na, mean of all of them will be your answer. That's it guys. The problem is very easy. बस ऐसे ही खुश करने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है? It is not easy unless you have done hashing or my course hashing at least 10-15 session. This is not easy from any angle, okay? But obviously most of the people attending this session are my students only, so for them it is easy. So you will surely get 38 lakhs. Guys, focus. What am I saying? That I am at index I. Guys, everyone should focus with me. Where am I? सब लोग चैट में लिखना चालू करो. मैं कौन से इंडेक्स पर हूं? मैं कहां पर एनालाइज कर रहा हूं? मैं इंडेक्स आई पर हूं. समझो ये मेरा इंडेक्स आई है. आई वॉन्ट टू फाइंड P2. I want to find the P2 which is ending at index I. तो लेट से मैं ट्रेवल करके फाइंड कर लेता हूं कि दिस इज द मिनिमम, व्हाट वी से, दिस इज द मिनिमम पॉसिबल, लेट्स से ना, मिनिमम पॉसिबल P2 पॉसिबल. ओके ना, दिस इज आवर मिनिमम पॉसिबल सम ऑफ P2. मैंने यहां पर मैं आई पर आया और मैंने ढूंढा कौन सा वो P2 हो सकता है जो आई पे एंड हो रहा है और एकदम मिनिमम सम वाला है. मुझे ये मिल गया और मैंने इसको पकड़ लिया. गाइज, इज दिस मच क्लियर? आई हैव अज्यूम्ड दिस. याद करो डिफरेंशिएशन इंटीग्रेशन में भी ऐसे कुछ अज्यूम करते थे, फिर डाल देते थे पीछे से थीटा बीटा. याद आ रहा है? हाँ, इधर भी ऐसे ही चलता है. सो गाइज, इज दिस क्लियर टू एवरीवन दैट व्हाट हैव आई डन? आई कम एट अ इंडेक्स आई and I ask the question, what can be the P2 which is ending at index I? I run some algorithm and I find out that this is the subarray which will for sure job guarantee give me the minimum P2 ending at index I. I got that P2. What will be P4? I need to find the P4 now. What can be P4 now? P4, there are very minimum possibilities. Either this element or the sum of these two elements or the sum of these three elements. All these possibilities still here. I will take minimum of them. Got it guys? Got it. At each index I, what will I do first? First I will find the P2. Then I will find the P4. Finding P4 is very easy. Piece of cake it is. Piece of cake. Because P4 is nothing but what? These are the possible sums. You have to pick up the minimum from them. Either you pick up n to n, or you pick up n minus 1 to n, or you say pick up n minus 2 to n, or you say pick up n minus 3 to n till I plus 1 to n. Got it? You can store all of these in a suffix min array. If you store all of them in a suffix min array, you will know. So guys, I want my students to calculate this P4 for each index I. We have to calculate this P4 for each index I. चलो P2 को भूल जाओ गाइस, P2 को भूल जाओ, P4 कैसे निकालेंगे? P4 कैसे निकालेंगे? कॉमन सेंस लगाओ। चलो लेट्स गो टू द सूडो कोड। हाउ विल वी कैलकुलेट P4? हाउ विल वी कैलकुलेट द P4? Let's say I make this array, P4 of n plus 5. Okay, I put all zeros in it. I put all zeros in it. I put all zeros in it. Okay, P4 of I should tell me what? P4 of I should tell me the minimum possible P4 in the range I to n. That's it. सो यू वांट टू फाइंड कि वो क्या हो सकता है। तो चलो गाइज ये कॉमन सेंस लगाते हैं। जब i इक्वल टू एन था, जब आप लास्ट इंडेक्स पर थे, तब क्या पॉसिबिलिटी थी P4 की? P4 ऑफ n क्या होगा गाइज? कोई चैट में लिख सकता है? मेरा इंटेलिजेंट स्टूडेंट जल्दी लिखो। P4 ऑफ n क्या होगा? लिखो P4 ऑफ n। यू आर एट द लास्ट इंडेक्स। P4 ऑफ n जीरो नहीं होगा, लास्ट में नंबर है कि नहीं भाई? तनिष्क इज अ इंटेलिजेंट स्टूडेंट। इमोजीज एंड रिएक्शंस फॉर तनिष्क। P4 ऑफ I क्या है समझने की कोशिश करो। P4 का मतलब ही ये होता है, P4 ऑफ I का मतलब मालूम है क्या है? जो भी मेरी पॉसिबिलिटीज थी उन सबका मिनिमम। क्या क्या पॉसिबिलिटी थी मेरे पास? या तो मैं I से n का सम उठा लूं, ठीक है, या तो मैं I+1 से n का सम उठा लूं, या तो मैं ऐसे करते करते ये जितने भी है ना इन सबका मिनिमम था P4 ऑफ I का मतलब, समझे? तो अगर P4 ऑफ n ही निकालना है तो वो तो बहुत इजी है। P4 ऑफ n देयर इज ओनली वन पॉसिबिलिटी, यू जस्ट टेक द लास्ट एलिमेंट। गॉट इट गाइस? क्लियर? but in our P4 it is said that you have to include, you cannot consider the zero case. Okay, you have to include the last element, you have to include the last element, forcefully, willfully include the last element. So I equal to n, while I greater than equal to, while I greater than equal to 1, what will I do guys? P4 of I, P4 of I will be what? There are two options, there are two options. Either whatever best answer I got till previous index, I take that P4 of I+1, or what do I do? Or what do I do guys? I can keep on calculating the sum going backwards, right? So let me declare a sum variable here, sum equal to 0, and let me write sum equal to sum plus b of I. B is my array, right? So there are only two options. Whatever is the sum you got till now, either that or whatever is the minimum you have calculated till the previous index, that's it, and your job is done. इतना ही सा तो काम करना था आपको। Got it guys? Most probably this should be our answer in most of the cases. Got it? Even if it is zero, then also no problem, because if it is zero, it means you are considering the case when you are keeping your P4 as empty. Got it? Got it? अब ये कैसे चल रहा है मैं आपको ड्राई रन करके दिखाता हूँ। Suppose, say guys, this was my B array, okay? This is my B array, okay guys, B array. Now I am trying to create a P4 array. P4 should just tell me what is the minimum last part which I can get till that index. Guys, what is the last part which I can get till this index? What is the minimum last part which I can get till this index? Assuming that I will include the last element. You can never ignore the last element, okay? You can never ignore the last element. One है, one guys, it is one. You can never ignore the last element. You can never ignore the last element. You can never ignore the last element. Let me write this as let's say, okay, I think I should start this with I to handle the corner case na, declare P4 of n+1 as a very very big value, something like that. Okay, say int max. Okay. Okay, something like this. So you are calculating the sum and then you are taking the minimum every time. तो ऑब्वियसली भाई आप लास्ट इंडेक्स पर हो तो आपका P4 of I 1 ही तो हो सकता है ना. और अगर आप यहाँ पर आ गए तो क्या हो सकता है, क्या हो सकता है, कॉमन सेंस लगाओ. 2 + 1 क्या होता है 3. तो अभी आपका सेकंड इंडेक्स पर आंसर क्या हो सकता है, मिनिमम ऑफ 3, 1. और यही तो मैं कर रहा हूँ कोड में भाई. The sum is having 3 value and P4 of I + 1 is 1, so minimum of 3, 1. What is 3, 1 का minimum? It is 1 only. So 1 comes here. Now what is the other option? The sum of all the three elements, which is -3. Either you do -3 or the minimum which you have calculated till the previous index. -3, 1 का minimum क्या होता है, -3 होता है, तो वही आ जाएगा. अब जब यहाँ पर आओगे तो क्या ऑप्शन है, या तो आप यहाँ के पीछे सारे एलिमेंट्स का सम कर लो, या तो आपको जो भी यहाँ तक मिनिमम आया था उससे कंपेयर कर लो. Got it, guys? Is this understanding clear to everyone that I'm creating this suffix minimum array so I can quickly find out what should be my answer in any particular case? Clear, guys? Clear? So -8 अगर आ जाता है, so I think it should be let me check, it should be -11. Now here what it can happen, -11 + 3 कितना होगा, -11 + 3 अगर मैं करने जाऊँ, it will be what, guys? It will be what? Tell me. It will be -8. But -8 और -11 का minimum क्या है, -11 ही है, तो वही रखूंगा मैं. Got it, guys? These are the tricks which you have to follow. Is the creation of the suffix minimum array clear to everyone? Everyone start writing. -2 होगा तो मैंने गलत कर दिया होगा कुछ. 2 + 1, oh sorry, मैंने सिर्फ इसी को कंसिडर किया. Sorry for that. It is 2 + 1 3, so 3 - 5 -2. एंड यहाँ पर भी नंबर्स वैसे ही चेंज कर लेना गाइज, ये -10 होगा और ये तो -10 था. लेट मी चेक, ये -2 है, ये -10 है, ठीक है, और ये भी -10 ही होगा. क्लियर गाइज? Guys, is the creation of P4 of I clear to everyone? Everyone start writing yes in the chat and be super quick and start reacting with emojis. I know this problem is not easy at all. Still, I am taking the stress to explain you this people this thing, because I know that in future you will crack 10 plus LPA for me. That's why I am doing this hard work. Okay, now let's go back. So guys, this much is clear to everyone that we are creating P4 of I. What is the meaning of P4 of I? P4 of I is nothing but the best minimum fourth part which you can get from index I to n. That's it, and we are able to calculate it with a simple for loop. Clear, guys? So let's say you calculated P4. Now guys, how to calculate P2? I want you guys to tell me the trick to calculate the P2. How can you calculate P2, guys? P2, any idea for calculating the P2? P2 means what? P2 of I का मतलब क्या है? P2 of I means the minimum possible subarray which ends at index I. Means P2 always looks like this. It is always ending at I. Got it, guys? Got it? Good. तो P2 of I क्या हो सकता है? Say you know the value of P2 of I -1. You know what is the best answer for the index I -1. So जो भी इसका बेस्ट आंसर आया उसमें ये वाला ऐड कर दो तो वही तो आंसर होगा. तो इट विल बी B of I plus say P2 of I -1. दिस इज वन ऑफ द पॉसिबिलिटीज. अनदर पॉसिबिलिटी क्या हो सकती है कि आप इग्नोर ही कर दो ना पीछे वाले को, आप सिर्फ यही वाला एलिमेंट लो. even one element is the element of a subarray, so you can take only B of I. And the third possibility is 0. Don't take anything, just relax in your life, just chill out. Don't take anything, just relax in your life. Okay, you can take this possibility, you can ignore this because it doesn't matter in the end code. I will explain why. But for now guys, can you see there are only two possibilities? P2 of I will be nothing but B of I plus P2 of I -1, or just B of I. That's it. Guys, is this clear to everyone? Everyone start writing yes in the chat, start reacting with emojis. Yes, we can use Kadani's algorithm, but I'm not directly using it. I'm using it in an array format. सो दैट पीपल एक्चुअली अंडरस्टैंड. नहीं तो कड़ाने में क्या होता है, बच्चे बस रटते रह जाते हैं. सर व्हेन द नंबर इज पॉजिटिव आई विल ऐड, सर व्हेन द सम गेट जीरो आई विल नॉट ऐड. क्यों ऐसा कर रहे हो बोलो, तो इंटरव्यू में बोल नहीं पाता, फिर उसका रिजेक्शन हो जाता है. वैसा बच्चा नहीं बनना. आई एम कुमार के स्टूडेंट. आई विल एक्सप्लेन व्हाई दिस कड़ानेज एल्गोरिथम इज वर्किंग. क्यों, क्या कर रहे हो, कभी नोटिस किया आपने? आप मैक्सिमम ले रहे हो बी ऑफ आई, सॉरी आप मिनिमम ले रहे हो इन दोनों वैल्यूज का, राइट, इन दोनों वैल्यूज का. तो ऑब्वियसली इफ यू वांट एज मिनिमम एज पॉसिबल, तो अगर आपका पी टू ऑफ आई पॉजिटिव है और बी ऑफ आई मिनिमम है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली ये इग्नोर हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ओनली बी ऑफ आई ज्यादा बेटर लगेगा. यही चीज को हम विदाउट एरे करते थे कड़ाने एल्गोरिदम में. ये था कड़ाने एल्गोरिदम का मीनिंग. बट एक्चुअल में समझ आना चाहिए क्यों करते थे, वो इस फॉर्मूला से समझ आता है. क्लियर गाइज, एंड आई कैन गारंटी नो वन विल एक्सप्लेन यू दिस. क्लियर गाइज, क्लियर. Okay, thank you guys, thank you so much. Now let's go back to the problem. So guys, चलो P2 का फॉर्मूला लिखना चालू करो. Guys, start writing P2. P2 of I, it is either minimum of, either you take the current element or whatever the sum you got best array till I minus 1, add the current element to it. या तो ये कर लो या तो बस खुद का एरे लो. पिक नॉट पिक मेथड. Only two options there. Job done. 38 lakhs in the pocket. Job done, guys. Job done. Now what, guys? Now what to do? Now what to do? It is show time, guys. Show time. P4 also calculated. P2 also calculated. अब मुझे क्या करना है? लास्ट लूप चला के गेम खत्म कर देना है. Now, for each index I, I want to calculate the minimum. For each index I, अब मुझे क्या करना है? For each index I, for each index I, for each index I calculate P2 plus P4 and take minimum of all. अगर आपने you have calculated for all possible indexes P2 plus P4, then your job is done ना. Min of all is your answer. हम लोग को P2 plus P4 का ही minimum चाहिए था. Got it, guys? Got it? See, solving hard question is difficult, but explaining the hard question in such a manner that the other person understands is 10 times more difficult. Okay? So please utilize it. So guys, for each index I, you have to calculate P2 plus P4 and minimum of all of them is your answer. So guys, कैसे calculate करेंगे P2 plus P4? Obvious ही बात है. आप कहाँ पर हो भाई? आप index I पर हो. तो G आपका क्या हो जाएगा? P2 of I, ये तो आपने निकाल ही लिया है, ठीक है. P2 of I प्लस आप जानना चाहते हो इफ यू टेक अ लास्ट पार्ट फ्रॉम I plus 1 to n, व्हाट विल बी द बेस्ट लास्ट पार्ट पॉसिबल. इसका आंसर क्या होगा? P4 of I plus 1. Job is done, guys. Job is done. Congratulations. For each index I, just calculate this much now. You have the P2 of I, you have the P4 of I plus 1. Guys, understood? मैं डायरेक्ट फाइनल आंसर निकालने की बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूं. P2 प्लस P4 तो मिनिमम निकाल लो, बाद में जो करना है कर लेंगे. समझे? पहले P2 प्लस P4 का मिनिमाइज करो. लिखो फॉर्मूला क्या है गाइस फॉर P2 प्लस P4. हर इंडेक्स पर क्या करना है मुझे बोलिए, बताइए गाइस. मुझे नहीं, आई डोंट नो कोडिंग, यू ओनली टेल मी व्हाट टू राइट. G इक्वल टू व्हाट? फॉर ईच इंडेक्स हाउ डू आई कैलकुलेट P2 प्लस P4? जो लिखा है वही कर दो. P2 of I means for this index you have calculated what will be the best answer if the array of P2, मतलब sub array of P2 is ending at index I and the P4 obviously उसके बाद से ही चालू होगा ना, intersection allowed नहीं है. P4 of I plus 1. Do like this. अभी हमारा आंसर क्या होगा? All the possibilities. guys P2 की भी limited number of possibilities ही है. क्या possibility है? या तो P2 ये वाले I पे एंड करे, या तो P2 ये वाले I पे एंड करे, या तो P2 इस पे करे, इस पे करे. Either P2 ends at this index or this index or this index like this till here. तो मैंने कर लिया ना, मैंने I1 से लेके N तक सब जगह P2 एंड करा के चेक कर लिया. मैंने सारी पॉसिबिलिटीज चेक कर ली. That's why I am a great कुमार के स्टूडेंट. I equal to 1, I less than equal to N, P2 of I. अभी P4 I plus 1 क्यों लिखा है? अगर if my P2 is ending at here, तो P4 पार्ट यही रेंज में आएगा ना, I+1 से n में। तो I+1 से n में मिनिमम P4 क्या आ सकता है, वो भी मैंने प्री कैलकुलेट करके रखा था। आई एम सच ए ग्रेट कुमार के स्टूडेंट। वो भी मैंने ऊपर कैलकुलेट पहले ही करके रखा था, ताकि तभी कैलकुलेट ना करना पड़े। ऑलवेज थिंक लॉन्ग टर्म, always think long term in your life. You have to solve hard unseen OA problems. Come to Kumar K first, think long term. Got it? So G equal to P2 of I plus P4 of I plus 1. Now what will be the answer, guys? What will be the answer? What will be the answer for this? Guys, I am giving you 1 minute. Please think, what should I write in this 30 line number 35? Quickly start writing in the chat, guys. So guys, quickly start writing in the chat. Be quick. Guys, quickly start writing. Min equal to min of answer comma G. Okay. Min equal to min of sorry. Answer equal to, guys जल्दी बताओ, चलो अभी ये बहुत easy है, इसमें टाइम पास करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. So guys, min equal to min of answer of G, and what will be the, this is just the pseudo code, not the actual code. There are many corner cases which I have not considered. I just wanted to explain the algorithm and the pseudo code. So guys, is this thing clear to everyone? Everyone start writing yes in the chat. Is the hard D show away problem solution clear to everyone? Start reacting with emojis, start writing yes. Now, everyone start writing the time and space complexity, guys. See, I am running 4 loops. It is O of 4 into n or O of 5 into n. And space complexity also O of 4 into n, 5 into n. You can ignore the constants. So O of n time, O of n space. I am creating the IDEON link for you people. Then let's go to the C++ Java Python code. And then we are done with the session. Okay. Let's do our traditional stuff. IDEON these days is working very slow. It really bothers me sometimes. IDEON. I want to take some special premium member subscription of IDEON because they are helping me a lot writing the saving these codes. Chal ja bidu. So guys, pseudocode algorithms. Pseudocode or algorithm. Let me write it as algorithm. So what is the algorithm? Algorithm is this. Job done. Time complexity, space complexity is O of n, O of n. That is clear to everyone? Clear, guys? Clear? Let's go to the C++ Java Python codes now. Let's go towards our C++ Java Python codes now. Let's go towards... Guys, want to see C++ Java Python codes? I kept it in this document so that you guys don't come to know. C++ Java Python codes are here and they are very, very easy. You guys can check. If I go to C++, I have done the same thing, okay? My B array, I'm calculating the total sum. Then see my P of I, okay? This P of I means P2 of I basically. And S means nothing but P4, okay? Once I'm done calculating this, the answer is what? P of I plus S of I plus 1. I am writing mean of T comma this also. क्योंकि कभी कभी जीरो भी हो सकता है ना, तो हर बार जीरो के साथ चेक कर ले रहा हूँ. अगर मेरा P of I पॉजिटिव है तो बेटर यही रहेगा कि जीरो ही कंसीडर कर लूँ भाई. मुझे तो मिनिमम बनाना है ना, इसलिए मैंने ये जीरो वाली लाइन एक्स्ट्रा लिखी है, याद रखना इस बात को. देन वॉट एवर इज द फाइनल आंसर यू हैव टू डू TOT माइनस 2 इंटू डी. मतलब यहाँ पर तो मैंने ये लिख दिया सूडो कोड में. मैंने क्या कर दिया, आई डिड अ मिस्टेक. आई क्विकली रोट I wrote print of answer. We don't have to print the minimum value of P2 plus P4. We have to print P1 plus P3. हमको तो ये प्रिंट करना था P1 plus P3 माइनस आंसर, ये प्रिंट करना था. इसको अगर आप फॉर्मूला बनाओगे तो ये मालूम है कैसा दिखेगा गाइस? हाउ विल द P1 plus P3 माइनस आंसर लुक लाइक? P1 plus P3 minus answer. P1 plus P3 minus answer will look like total sum minus 2 into answer. Total sum. This I leave it up to my readers to understand, okay? Total sum, it is basic mathematics. Total sum of array minus 2 into answer. ये करोगे तो फाइनली हमको जो एक्सप्रेशन चाहिए था वो आ जाएगा, ओके? Yeah, so I think now this is done. This link also I'm sending here, guys. Some guys, सबको फॉर्मूला तो समझ आता है ना, बेसिक कैसे आया है? हाँ, वो बहुत बेसिक फॉर्मूला है. इतना आपको कोडिंग आना चाहिए, मतलब इतना मैथमेटिक्स आना चाहिए. it is very very important, guys. You can similarly check the Java code as well. So let me go to Java, guys. Same thing I am doing, only the syntax is different. You can see I am taking the array, taking the import, again calculating my p2 of I call it as p here. Okay, then s is nothing but my p4 of I. Once I'm done with that, p of I plus s of I plus 1. Why am I taking min comma t? मैं जीरो से कंपेयर कर रहा हूँ, कहीं जीरो से बड़ा आ रहा है तो जीरो ही ले लूँ भाई, मुझे तो कुछ चाहिए ही नहीं, p2 p4 खाली हो जाओ तुम, समझे? डॉट माइनस टू इंटू डी, दैट्स इट. C++ done, Java done, time space complexity O of n, space complexity O of n. Another thing is, guys, the last code, Python. Congratulations, the best programming language. See, such small codes here. B array, you take the input, P of I, min of B of I plus B of I plus P of I minus 1, then S, some value, min of some value plus S of I plus 1, as I explained in the previous stuff, mostly. Then P of I plus S of I plus 1, and the job is done. See, such a difficult D Shaw problem we are able to solve. Got it, guys? It's very very important that you guys learn and practice such problems. Okay, guys, is the understanding clear to everyone? Everyone understood, so I can stop the recording for this session now. Yes, thank you, Manoj. Thank you. Love your comments. Thank you, thank you. I knew this will be difficult. Okay, Google OA3. Some people were asking me for this link, so I am sending this link. Once a week, I sometimes do take session in this group. So anyone who needs the link can take it. Okay, yeah. So guys, for now I'm stop.